Hey, this is Scott. So welcome back to my YouTube channel where I cover a variety of different data science and analytics topics, including illustrations, demos, and hints and tricks. So I got a question the other day on how to handle, actually the question was regarding a time series, but in general, how to handle a group by within Statistica, which is really quite easy, very, very nice part of the package. So what I have here is I have a simple data set. You can see that I've got date, so by day. I've got group, the various groups here. We'll see some frequencies in just a minute. I'll run that and counts. So that's what the data looks like. So let me illustrate this within a new workspace. All right, so if I go just a blank workspace, grab that open file, Statistica knows since it's sitting there that I probably want to use it, and I do. So I'll do that. The first thing that I can do is I can generate some quick frequencies. So if I look at frequency tables, and then I can just look at, let's say, groups, and then I'll run just some quick frequency by group there. All right. What does that look like? So I can see the percent in each group. So I've got the different counts. So what I want to do, the goal of this is to create 4 ARIMA time series based on the 4 different groups. I want to illustrate 2 things. One, I'm going to illustrate kind of an intermediate solution next, and then I'm going to illustrate the powerful solution. So the first thing that I can do is I can do a subset by group, or and the way that I do that, I can go up to the feature finder, and I can type in subset. And so I want to do subset by group. And then if I click in here and I select my grouping variable and click OK, what's going to happen is it's going to create 4 downstream documents, right? One based on each one of those 4 groups. And then obviously what I could do is I could take this right here, I could hook up a select variable node to that, and then in that select variable I can put the count here, and then if I wanted to run, say, in ARIMA, I'll go up to statistics, advanced models, time series, and then say ARIMA model, and then I can select whatever ARIMA that I want. And again, the goal right here is not really the time series parameters, but you can certainly check this out. You can do seasonal ARIMA. You can do all kinds of things, transforms and forecasting and yada, yada, yada. And then I can execute these nodes right here, and I can get the downstream document here with the estimates, depending on what I've set in my parameters. I can also look at, so I get all of this different output for that ARIMA model, right? So I can get PACF, I can get autocorrelation functions. Again, we're not focusing on the model itself, we're focusing on the group by. So the other way, which is much more powerful to do this, is to put your select variable node in next. And again, little hint, I'm holding the control key down and just dragging that. And when I do that, that creates a new node, and it's actually got my variable saved in for me. And I can even do the same here with this ARIMA model. So I'm sorry, I didn't want to do the select by group. What I wanted to do is I want to just hook up the select variables node. All right, so that one should be count. Yep, it is, and so that's good. And then I'm going to connect this to the ARIMA model. Now, here's the real goal of this entire video, is if you look at a lot of machine learning nodes, trees, etc., a lot of the nodes within Statistica, they have this by group here at the bottom. So if I go in here and I select the group here, what Statistica is going to do is it's going to create a different model for each and every group, right? So I can again set my ARIMA parameters, and then I can execute that. And what's going to happen with that is it's going to generate results for all 4 of those groups. In fact, it's probably better illustrated with the output here, right? So let me just go ahead and expand this all the way. And then you can see here, this was my original. And then here is the new information, so it creates a different folder for each one of these. So this is all groups together. In other words, not really taking group into consideration. It just does that in case you want to see the grand summary of things. But then here's every group, and so it's created a different model. It could be a different machine learning model or whatever. Here it's a different ARIMA model for each and every one of those groups. So that's the power of Statistica, and I encourage you to check it out, and hopefully you can join me again with one of these illustrations. Thank you.